In the bluest corner of the Silly Sea, aboard the swashbuckling ship the Bouncing Barnacle, sailed the youngest pirate captain in history, Captain Peg. She wasn't tall. She didn't wear a scary eye patch. And her peg leg? It was painted bubblegum pink with glittery stars. But don't let her size fool you. Captain Peg was brave, smart, and had the best laugh this side of Coconut Cove. And by her side, always, was her best friend, Squawk, a loud, talkative parrot who wore a tiny red pirate hat and knew every pirate song ever sung. Yo ho ho and a cup of juice. Squawk would screech. Squawk's the name, treasure's the game. One sunny morning, Captain Peg woke up, stretched, and looked around her cozy cabin. "Good morning, Squawk," she said. But no reply, no squawking, no singing, no flap 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 of wings. Captain Peg jumped out of bed and looked under the hammock, in the treasure chest, even in her cereal bowl. "Squawk," she called, "where are you?" She ran to the deck, where her pirate crew was playing coconut dodgeball. "Has anyone seen Squawk?" she asked. The crew froze. "Nope, nada, not even a feather," said Jellybean Jones, the cabin cook. Captain Peg's face turned serious. "This is an emergency," she said. "We must find Squawk. He's not just our parrot, he's our map." You see, Squawk wasn't just any parrot. He had a very special gift. Squawk could memorize treasure maps. Captain Peg would read the map aloud once, and Squawk would repeat it, perfectly, squawk by squawk. "If he's gone," said First Mate Finn, "so is the trail to the golden banana of Banana Island." Captain Peg put her glittery boot down. "Then we're going to find him. No parrot left behind." The crew cheered and raised their juice boxes. To Squawk, they sailed first to Mermaid Lagoon. Captain Peg called out, "Hello, mermaids. Have you seen a noisy parrot wearing a pirate hat?" A sparkly mermaid named Coral popped her head above the water. "He flew by this morning, singing something about banana booty," she giggled. "He was heading toward Smelly Sock Island." "Thanks," Peg shouted as the crew turned the ship. At Smelly Sock Island, they found a cave filled with stinky socks, gross, and 3 mischievous monkeys playing catch with Squawk's pirate hat. "Where's the bird?" asked Peg. The monkeys shrugged, but Captain Peg saw feathers leading into the jungle. "Come on," she shouted, racing after the trail. The crew followed the feathers past twisty trees, bouncing bananas, and a herd of giggling goats. Suddenly, they heard a familiar voice. "Squawk, no touchy the treasure. Step away from the snacks." They pushed through the bushes and gasped. There was Squawk, in a bamboo cage, guarded by grumpy pirate raccoons. Their leader, a sneaky raccoon named Captain Rascal, stepped forward. "This parrot remembers treasure maps," he growled. "He's gonna lead us to the golden banana." Captain Peg stood tall. "Squawk is my friend, and he doesn't belong to anyone." Captain Rascal smirked. "Wanna fight for him?" Peg grinned. "Nope, I wanna play for him. Coconut dodgeball, captain to captain." The raccoons blinked. Then they burst out laughing. "You're on." On a beach lined with coconuts and seashells, the raccoons and Peg's crew faced off. Peg dodged, spun, and bounced coconuts with incredible speed. Captain Rascal tried to catch one and got bonked right on the nose. "Ow, game over," Peg said with a bow. The raccoons groaned but opened Squawk's cage. "Freedom," the parrot screamed, flying into Peg's arms. "Squawk is back, baby." With Squawk safe and sound, Peg asked, "Do you remember the map to Banana Island?" Squawk nodded and sang. "Left of the stinky socks, past the goat that sings, look for the X where the banana tree swings." They followed his directions and found the treasure buried beneath a banana-shaped rock. Captain Peg and the crew dug it up, and inside was banana smoothies. Squawk shouted. "And gold." That night, back on the Bouncing Barnacle, the crew celebrated with music, smoothies, and a Squawk appreciation dance. Squawk wore a new pirate hat with extra feathers. Captain Peg raised her smoothie. To Squawk, the best parrot on the sea. To Squawk, the crew cheered. And to Captain Peg, Squawk added, the only captain brave enough to challenge raccoons to coconut dodgeball. They all laughed under the moonlight. Because on the Silly Sea, friendship was the greatest treasure of all.